Look familiar? Let's roll. I got you. Hey guys, welcome back. You know who this is now. It's your boy Dean here, Dapper Chiro. This is a quick one about back pain. This is a common view and it's a common thing that people often speak to me about in clinic. Getting up out of chairs, getting off of sofas, getting out of cars, feeling that twinge in the back, feeling that tightness, that stiffness. Where is it coming from? Well, I want to dive a little bit deeper into it this video. But first of all, I want to say thank you for stopping by. Thanks for taking the time out of your day. Make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification buttons. Thank you so much for your support so far on the channel. It's been a real honor to be able to kind of serve you on this platform. So let's get stuck into it. Two sides of the pelvis, sacrum and tailbone, and you've got two joints either side called the sacro-iliac joints. Now there's not a great deal of movement between them, but there is a little bit of play. So the pelvis will rotate, it will tilt, and there's a bit of torsion. So it can do lots of different things around that 3D plane. But when we're sitting, for example, what we tend to find is that the hips often drop a little bit lower than the knees. And what that creates is it increases what we call that lumbar lordosis. It increases that low back curve, which puts a lot of stretch on those deep posture muscles. The problem, of course, is that we go from stretch to contraction really quickly when we go from here straight out again. If you were stretching your hamstring and I said, well, stretch it for 2 hours, right? And then now contract it quickly, you're much more likely to say, no, thank you. Why? Because you know it's not a good idea. But in the heat of the moment, should we say, when we're chilling on the sofa, watching Netflix or whatever it might be, we're absorbed, we're distracted. We're not going to notice these things. And this is quite often where muscles are being stretched and they're under tension, and then we go to quickly move them, and they've got a choice to make. They'll either give us the movement and they're going to tell us about it, or they're not. So I hear things like, I can't get up, I'm stuck. I get stuck in the car, right? I don't have the power. Or more commonly, the muscles will just spasm and tighten up. So what can we do about it? Well, first things first, if you're sitting on a sofa, then if you've got long legs like mine, what you want to try and do is you want to try and keep your hips and your knees roughly level. Then what you've got to do is you've got to try and get a couple of cushions maybe underneath just to lift you up, and potentially then one at the back to try and maintain that curve as best as possible. Now the spine is robust, it's strong, it's durable, but you've got to try and make sure you keep it stimulated. So whilst you're sitting down, we could be doing things like just bringing the knees together and apart, bringing the hips up, just rotating the kind of hips to try and make sure that we keep things mobile whilst we're chilling out and relaxing. Now there is one really, really good exercise that I want to show you that's an excellent way of resetting the pelvis. You're going to need a firmer chair for this one, so follow me this way. So I'm on a firmer chair, and what we're going to do is what we call a pelvic recess. It's a really, really effective way of just trying to balance up, so we say, the pelvic tone, and just trying to make sure that we can kind of keep that structure, those sacro-iliac joints, really kind of functioning as best as we possibly can get them. So what we're going to do is you're going to put your hand underneath here and one hand on top. You're going to press down whilst trying to lift this knee, and we're going to try and pull up while pushing down on this leg, so it looks like this. It's not going to feel like there's a lot going on, but we're really going to be contracting and pushing down hard and resisting as best as we can. Now after about 10 to 15 seconds, you're going to switch. Hand on top, hand underneath, and then we're going to do the same thing. I'm pushing down, trying to lift this leg up, and I'm pushing down, trying to pull this leg up toward the ceiling. What that's doing is it's creating torsion through the pelvis. After that time, we're going to put a pillow or something between the knees. I'm going to just use a fist for the video, and I'm going to squeeze together as hard as possible. So we're twisting the pelvis one way, we're twisting it another way, and then we're going to be working on opening the pelvis at the back. This is a really good way of getting into those two joints. Give it a try, let me know how you get on. It's a fantastic way of just resetting the pelvis 2, 3, 4 times a day as you need it. This is a fantastic way of, like I say, just keeping things feeling nice and supple, shall we say, through that segment. Right? This is a quick one this week about pelvic reset for a common complaint. Getting up off sofas, chairs, in and out of cars. Great way to make sure we're managing the back effectively. I will see you again next week. Make sure in the meantime though, you know what to do. Stay safe, stay well, stay healthy.